Welcome to Ken Reviews. I'm Ken, Mr. I'm gonna watch it so you don't have to. And this is the review for Interview with the Vampire. This video is brought to you by our sponsors, Fix It Rich, a handyman that helps. Specializes in wall mounting, flat packing, home repairs, and many more. And what you can see here are my collectibles, which he's going to create a wall of glory for. You'll be able to follow the journey of my wall being built, and you can have the same with a 20% discount code using Ken Reviews. Now back to the review.
For your journalistic pleasures, my life story.
So, how long have you been dead?
The year was 1910. My business was desire.
Let me introduce you to Mr. Lestat de Liancourt.
I know who you are, sir. We're destined to be very good friends.
I'm assuming you only met at night.
It's New Orleans. Days are for sleeping off the previous evening's damage. That's your thing, then? You like to watch?
I've been watching you for some time now. I can swap this life of shame. Swap it out for a dog gift.
Let the tale seduce you. Just as I was seduced.
There was a boy.
We follow Louis the Pointer's epic story of love, blood, and the perils of immortality, as told to the journalist Daniel Malloy. We follow his journey from being a human and meeting his maker, Lestat, to raising his bestowed daughter. It's a modern take and a sense of production, not narrative. The 1994 film is my favorite movie of all time. And does this series meet the levels of young Brad Pitt and young Tom Cruise? Maybe not, but I'm biased. So let's break it down and find out. Jacob Anderson, Grey Worm from Game of Thrones, graces us with a top performance as Louis. Brad Pitt himself would be so proud. Jumping between his modern day in Dubai and the flashbacks, he carries himself in both an elegant and rocky manner. He does a great job displaying his anger around racism, conflict with his human side, and struggles of coming out of the closet. Jacob is brilliant in his role. Sam Reed I'm not too familiar with, but it was another excellent display. He embraces the character's French background, more so than Tom Cruise did. He's classy, elegant, fashionable. Even in his most darkest scenes, he does it all with a clean finesse. He's a big standout character in the show, and I look forward to seeing more of him. No pun intended. Bailey Bass is our new Claudia. She is this time round intentionally vicious and really does it well. She's given a more traumatic origin story, and even as a newborn vampire, still suffers a lot of traumatic incidents. Her switch to a more sisterly role as the show progresses, instead of a daughter, forced her to up her acting skills, in which she was able to match with her counterparts on screen. She was another highlight of the show, and unfortunately we already know she won't be returning for season 3, but she's an actor I'm definitely keen to keep my eye on to see what else she pops up in, because she definitely got a good talent over there. Eric Bogosian plays David Malloy, our resident journalist. This time around he's more fleshed out with his own background story, and even has his own origins and reasoning for doing what he's doing. He's fearless, he's witty, even in the midst of all these monsters. His condition, which you find out a little bit later on, does explain his bravery. Majority of the show takes place in New Orleans, which just for some reason all monster shows seem to end up there. Even so, it's beautifully shot with some exceptional landmarks. Eagle Eye fans will notice the Gallier house and the Beauregard Keys house. The feel of the city is well captured, with the well lit portions of the city full of life alongside the dark corners of the city filled with grim. Costumes are flamboyant and colourful, well fitting of the era, pun intended. As expected, there's a lot of blood, a lot of gore, and it's at an all-time high dealing with these high powerful monsters of myth. They don't sugarcoat this time around at all. There's some really gruesome kills in some of these episodes. The score was brought to us by Daniel Hart. You'll remember his work from the original Exorcist, so we get that eerie theme style accustomed to the time era of the show. And if you're really paying attention, you notice when each character is having a little monologue to themselves, they actually have their own customized theme song that plays along their speeches, which added another fun dynamic to the show. The series embraces the queer elements of Rice's work, which are only insinuated in the 1994 film adaptation of the novel, and deals with themes around homosexuality, race, and abuse. We witness full man-on-man love here, and I can only imagine the queue of people who would have paid to see Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt do the do. Why? What I loved the most was the teacher-student dynamic, the kind of master course of being a vampire. We get a more laid out explanation of powers and how they unfold and how they can be utilized to become the ultimate hunter. There's some good powers to see here too. The show gives this debate of who should be killed and why they should be killed. And as the viewer, you find yourself sometimes siding with Lestat and sometimes siding with Louis. It actually attempts to mess with your psyche. Claudia made for an interesting character with her dark background, and the fact it didn't change much even with her powers. I'm keen to see where the character development goes. All in all, this is the beginning of the exploration of a 10,000 year open relationship. I'm keen to see where it goes next. Season 2 has been confirmed, so I definitely will be tuned in. This is definitely a recommended watch. I'll say prep yourself to see some dark, gory scenes. Who was your favorite character? Did you prefer the series or the movie? Are you happy with the actors change for season 2? How accurate is the series to the book? Because I'm not going to read the book. React, comment below, and let's discuss. It's November, and you know what that means? It's competition time. And this month, thanks to our friends at Warner Brothers, we are giving away Blu-ray copy of Blue Beetle. In order to be in a chance to win, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. On all the videos that come out in November, you can enter as many times as you want. What we do is we collate all the comments and see which one's the best one, funniest one, wittiest one that's just, I don't know, just stands out. And then you could be in a chance to win. Like I said, comment on as many videos in the month of November that are released, whether they're reviews, spoiler casts, whatever it may be, and you could be in a chance to win. Blue Beetle. I can't say it in Spanish, but yeah, Blue Beetle. Competition time.